Yo, what's happening, guys? Back at TeamSport for another video. This time we're testing out the new format, which was called Trackmaster, I think. And so the format basically was 5-minute practice, 1-shot quali, and then 20-minute sprint race, and then a 30-minute main race. So the starting positions for the sprint race were determined by the 1-shot quali, and then the starting positions for the main race were determined by the finishing positions of the first race. So here we are, starting off our Super Pole lap, going into turn 1, keep it nice and smooth, use all the track on exit. You're going into this little chicane. I tap the inside barrier, so I'll go a bit wide, but I do keep it smooth. Going into this corner here, I like to flick in a little bit just to get the car turned in. And now onto the straight here, keep it smooth through these corners here. And under the ramp, keep it tight. Coming into this corner, you brake late. I do lose the back end a little bit, but I don't lose too much time. And now coming to finish off the lap there. So yeah, that lap puts us in P3. We were about like 9,000th off the guy in front of us, and Alfie got pole. We were like half a tenth off him. The thing I liked about this one is we all had like the same karts for quali, so they used the 2 same karts over and over again. So starting off the first race, obviously starting in P3, we're on the outside, but it doesn't really matter. Leeds off the line, get a pretty alright start, cover off the inside instantly, see a driver try to go around our outside. So yeah, one thing I knew before we started this race, the car I was in, I already knew from the week before, or from the few weeks before, that this car was not up to pace. And yeah, I knew I'd struggle with this one, so I kind of knew I'd have to defend as much as I can from the start. So yeah, let's see what we can do. But to be honest, couldn't really do anything more with this car that I had. It wasn't just the speed, as you can see there, driver trying to go around our outside. We force him to go wide there. Keep it tight through this little chicane here. Now go wide there, go yellow actually. But yeah, the car just like front end was quite bad. No really bottom end or top end, so I'd lose about like 15 kart lengths down the straight. I was lucky I didn't have the driver behind me didn't have the quickest kart. Like if he had one of the quickest karts, he could have went like all the way around me. So yeah, we skipped on a few laps, still defending from the driver behind. We do fully defend there. I think this is towards the middle part of the race. So you see there, he goes around the outside, try to hold it through there, and Harvey out of nowhere gets a double switchback on us. What a legend. But yeah, that's because I was just over defending. I knew at some point that would happen. And as you can see out of that corner, Harvey's just dropped us by like 20 kart lengths. It just shows how slow this kart was. But yeah, nothing really happened in this race after that. Yeah, as you can see, I just held up the whole pack behind me. So red again, you go red, yeah. So now I think we've skipped on a few laps, still fully defending here, fully on the inside, trying to not even leave a car gap. Defending through that corner there, keeping it middle of the track there. Even keeping towards the inside through the little down ramp. Covering off the inside there, and then defending the last corner. That was actually Alfie behind us who was lapping us, so I do find a little place to let him through. I let him through. Yeah, Alfie done pretty well this day. He obviously got pole, won the first race, lapped like almost everyone. because I just held up the whole pack. Now we skip on a few laps. I think we've came to the end of the race. So yeah, with that car managed to finish P4. Not too bad, but hoping for a better car in the next one. So yeah, starting off the second race here, obviously starting in P4 where we finished the first race. Harvey's in front of us this time, so as we go green, Harvey instantly covers us off here. My goal was obviously to get past Harvey and hopefully try and keep up with the drivers ahead as we fully whack that barrier there. We're getting attacked from behind, so we got to defend a little bit. And something I struggled with this car at the start, when it was cold it just had no front grip. As you'll see coming under the bridge, we turn right, we're just understeering all over the place, turn left, understeering, we're getting loaded. So yeah, I struggled with understeer, but as we skip on a few laps, we've got the kart warmed up. We're trying to hunt down Harvey, and Harvey and me, we're at a similar weight. I think Harvey's probably like 5 kg lighter than me right now, so realistically we should be at a similar pace. Even coming down the straight, I'm not really gaining on him, he's not really pulling away. Through turn 1 we actually do gain about like 3 kart lengths there, just keep it smooth. Through this little chicane here, we're basically right behind him now, and he's instantly defending, so he's got no plans to work together, and I kind of knew this would happen. So yeah, I knew it'd be a struggle to get past Harvey if I don't have like a massive kart advantage, which I didn't really have. My kart was pretty good, not the best though. So yeah, coming out of that corner there, not really gaining on Harvey down the straight, as you can see. He pulls away actually a little bit. Through turn 1, we're quite similar there. Going through the little chicane again, we skip on a few laps. Tried to do a little bit of editing there, but didn't really work. Yeah, still stuck behind Harvey. You see, he's fully defending. He parks on the apex and sticks to the middle of the road. So basically what I've done to everyone in the first race, Harvey's doing it now. So the whole pack's bunched together, and as you can see, Alfie in P1 and the driver in P2 have fully driven off now. So it was basically the fight for P3 on the podium. So now behind Harvey, can't really go too wide because I've got drivers behind me. As you can see, a driver tries to go on our outside there, coming through the chicane, still fully stuck behind Harvey. I was looking for any little gap and I was just going to send it, to be honest. Just any small gap. Trying to set him up through here, we give him a little bump there, lose all our momentum. Coming under the bridge, I was trying to send him in this corner here, but he was defending it. Coming onto the main straight, we do gain a little bit there, we got a better exit, but we skip on a few laps. Obviously he's still stuck behind Harvey, he's fully defending. I'm trying to learn his weaknesses here, trying to see where he's most vulnerable. I think pretty early on I realised if I can set him up into turn 1 here, I'd be able to get a move on him. As you can see there, I get fully loaded from the driver behind and he just goes into Harvey there. And this driver on the other side is trying to get past us as well. So you can tell we're getting pressured from the drivers behind as well. So we've got to defend a little bit as well. We can't really set up Harvey too much because we're worried about the drivers behind. So we skip on again a few laps. Still fully stuck behind Harvey, trying to look for a gap. He parks it on the apex, so the driver behind me gets past now. And at this point I wanted to see if this driver behind could use his weight advantage and possibly get past Harvey down the straight. So yeah, let's see what happens. So we still got 2 drivers behind us, still got to worry about them. This driver in front of us, I wanted to see if he can get past Harvey down the straight. Obviously weight does help you down the straight a lot, quite a bit, and out of the corners as well. So Harvey again fully defends the inside. Defends the inside again. Driver doesn't really get much of a run on him here. So yeah, we just basically stuck to the inside here. Just load him a bit there, but nothing really to do. Obviously Harvey does like defending quite a bit wherever he goes, even if he's got a decent car. So we go for a big send on that driver there. He comes back at us, he gets loaded from behind, and we get kind of put into the barrier. So now we're stuck at the back of the train, and my goal at this point, I knew I can get past Harvey now. I'm just trying to get past these drivers and catch up to him. So we send on that driver there. He does quite well keeping it around the outside, keeps his momentum, and he's waving his hands about. He's saying, let's go get Harvey. But I knew these drivers would not be able to get past Harvey, and I'd have to go for a move on him. I'd already found out where his weakness was, and I knew I'd be able to get him into turn 1. As you can see, the driver there was saying work together, but I knew it wouldn't work out. So coming into this corner here, you can see the drivers ahead, they're fighting. This driver goes wide, we just send it down the inside. Pretty clean move. So that's 1 done, 3 more to go. Skip on to the next lap. You can see Zach, the driver with the blue helmet, goes to remove there. Tries to close off the door, but the driver in the blue is still there. So they go side by side here. I was thinking about going for a move there, but it's too dangerous going under the ramp. So we sit back, try to set him up into this corner here. He slides a bit, so we go for a big send down the inside. That move was a bit 50-50, to be honest, if I'm looking back at it. But I was kind of alongside at the apex, so it's fine. Now we skip on the next lap again, looking for a way past this driver in blue. He goes wide, trying to set up a move on Harvey. We just send it down the inside. Now instantly, you can see Harvey's looking behind him. He knows I'm there, and he knows I'm looking for a move. So he goes fully defensive. Well, not really. He goes defensive into that corner there. Defends that corner. We get a good run down the straight. Now I'm trying to mess with him here, mess with his vision from the outside. Make him cover off the inside, go around the outside, and just switch back him. Honestly, one of the cleanest switchbacks I've done. And it was quite fun because I just overtaken all those drivers in 1 lap each. So that was quite fun. So yeah, made the move, got P3. P1 and P2 have just completely driven off. I think Alfie was actually closing up to lap us. As you can see there, you just saw Alfie on the side. As we start the last lap here, so last lap of the night, fully mess up turn 1. Going through this little chicane thing here. Keep it tight there, it's better to keep it tight. Coming into this corner here, do bounce a bit there. As you can see, Alfie's gaining on us here. I did not want him to lap us. I think Alfie actually managed to lap the whole pack, and he was actually catching up to lap him again, so he almost lapped the field twice. Just shows the performance he put on, and it just shows how hard Harvey was defending. As we come across the line, obviously P3, not bad. I really like this new members event. Obviously one-shot quali was nice. Having the same cards for quali for everyone, that was nice. And yeah, it's a good little format. We got Alfie behind us here, just showing him my leaning skills. Just these insane leaning skills right here. But yeah, thanks for watching. You know, I'll catch you on the next one.